In 1966, a clinical and development psychologist named Diana Baumrind divided parenting styles into 3 categories. Later, 2 researchers named McCoby and Martin divided the parenting style into a total of 4 categories by adding one more category. These 4 categories are: number 1, authoritarian; number 2, permissive; number 3, uninvolved; and number 4, authoritative. If a child sees a toy in a shop and want to buy it, then number 1, if the parenting style of the child's parents is authoritarian, then the parents will say to that child, "I said no, don't argue." In response, if that child questions, "But why?" then those parents will say, "Don't ask questions. If you argue again, you will get punished." Means very strict, not agreeing to answer any question, scolding and even beating is normal for these parents. Number 2, if the parenting style of the parents of that child is permissive, then those parents will say to that child, "Oh, do you like this? Okay, here you go." Then if the child says, "Can I have this other toy?" still the parent will say, "Do you like that too? Okay, take that too." Means little or no restriction. It is normal for these parents to happily accept all the demands, even the wrong demands of the child. Number 3, if the parenting style of the parents of that child is uninvolved, then those parents will say to that child, maybe they will not say anything. In fact, they might not even notice that their child is insisting on buying something, because on their mobile phone or in their own world, they will be so lost that they will unknowingly take the child's hand and forcefully bring him home. Means no attention, so no restriction, because they are so lost in their world that the child has almost no existence, no time to listen to any demands. It is normal for these parents not to worry about what the child is doing or where the child is going. Number 4, if the parenting style of that child's parent is authoritative, then that parent will say to that child, "You already have so many toys, what would you do with a new toy again?" If the child responds, "But I like this toy too, I want this too," then the parent will say, "You like so many other toys, so will you buy all the toys? Play with the toys you have now. When you run out of toys, then we will buy you a new one." Means correct discipline by explaining, answering all the questions of the child with care, and trying to increase the intelligence or understanding of the difference between right and wrong in the child through right questioning is normal for these parents. The effect of these 4 types of parenting style on children was studied for decades, and it was found that number 1, authoritarian parents' children are not able to make right decisions for themselves even when they grow up. They either fear or disrespect any authority. As a result, in most cases, they either become cowards or rebels. Number 2, when the children of permissive parents grow up and face a society where nothing happens according to their wish, then they get frustrated. Number 3, after the children of uninvolved parents grow up, due to not being able to differentiate between right and wrong, they get along with wrong people just to get a little attention. And number 4, children of authoritative parents become responsible, disciplined, and sensible because they become able to make the right decision for themselves. That is why authoritative parenting style is considered the best parenting style, and there are some special features of this authoritative parenting style. Number 1, expression of love and affection. Expression of love and affection is seen every day between children and parents. It can be through a hug or having a good time together, or even through a simple conversation. Number 2, good relationship between parents. Children learn less by listening than what they see happening in front of their eyes. Seeing the good relationship and love between the parents, children start understanding the importance of a good relationship. Number 3, teaching of responsibility. When parents trust the child and teach him to fulfill some responsibility and guide him to become better without criticizing or praising the child's efforts to fulfill that responsibility, then that child learns to be responsible. Number 4, effective communication. Since children get reliable answers to all their questions from their parents since childhood, very good effective communication develops between them. As a result, when trapped in any complicated issue, children take the right decision to discuss with their parents first, instead of falling into the clutches of other tricksters or dishonest people. Therefore, if you also want your child to grow up to be a responsible, disciplined, and sensible person, then according to scientific studies, you should adopt an authoritative parenting style. Always remember, children don't want to listen to elders, but they always want to imitate elders. So how you are as a person determines what kind of person your child will become. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.